You are now jumping into the trenches with the Toulons, Touly and Ralph, where we pull back the curtain on what marriage and relationships are really about. So let's start the show.
Hola everyone, it's Ralph.
And this is Touly.
And we are back.
Yes, another episode of In the Trenches with the coronavirus.
Right.
Everybody in the trenches right now, aka your house.
Yeah, mostly everybody.
And if you're not, you probably should go, even if you are prone to dying.
What?
Well, they said everybody can get it and they'll be okay. Well,
if you don't have existing issues.
Right, or if you're of a certain age.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you could be a carrier and then give it to somebody else. I guess you could. Even if I get sick, or if I decide to go hang out outside and I get sick and I come home and say I live with a grandparent.
Yeah.
Now I've just exposed my grandparents.
Yeah.
Parent or parents to the coronavirus and possibly making them really ill and dying.
Yeah, so you would be the cause of their death.
Right. What a selfish individual you would be.
You went so left.
I know I did, but I see all these people still hanging out and shit, and I'm like, go home.
Man, they think they're okay.
Yeah, they might be okay, but what about the people they might affect?
Well, hopefully, if they have people like that in their home, hopefully they're not being reckless. Let's say that.
We'll pray for the best.
Yes. For most people, you would be listening to this at your job because it seems like everything else is closing, but your job is still saying, hi, right. I will see you on Monday. So sorry for the people who are still at work. And I guess for the people working at home and trying to make sure their kids do their schoolwork online, prayers go out to you as well.
So I have the option to work from home, obviously, because I have a child in elementary school. But my job has not said stay home.
Yeah, not yet. They like, no, come on to work.
Come on in.
All right. So hopefully everyone is being careful. Hopefully you got all your supplies that you need. If you didn't, then hopefully the next go around.
We're going to pray for you.
We're going to pray for toilet tissue.
We watched this lady today get like 100 things of ramen noodles.
Oh, God, yeah.
And like
she did
40 bags of yellow rice. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, she's good.
It's a bunch of starch.
Ready.
But I do have some shout outs for this week. So I want to say congrats to Melvin Hagee for Coach of the Year.
Hey.
You want to tell people what that means?
Root to the Q's.
Okay.
Melvin is my line brother. Shout out to Melly Mel.
Yay. Okay. I just saw on Instagram like every other story. That's
a huge accomplishment. This man said he always wanted to be a coach. In like the first couple of years, I felt like he was BSing, and he was.
Okay.
But then he kind of was like, dog, I'm going to do it. And he did it. And
now he's Coach of the Year.
It's dope. It's pretty dope to see.
Well, I'm glad his dreams came true.
And I'm super proud of him.
And then also I want to give a shout out to Latia. And she's Latia_Shanae on Instagram. I want to give a shout out to her because she gave a woman that she met at the store when she went to go water and could not get any water. She was, she does like the refills.
Mm-hmm.
So she went to go to get her refills and there were none left. So I guess her and the lady was standing in line and she was talking to her. And the lady was so upset about like having to go to store to trying to find like supplies. And her elderly mother, who she's taking care of, who just had a stroke, she's like, feeling bad because she has to leave her for so like these periods of time. And so she gave her like work sanitizer and wipes. And I was like, people are like snatching stuff off of the counter, but not thinking about, like how we said, the elderly who needs that stuff more than you do.
Right.
Because it's more deadly for people who are 60 plus to get this than you who walk around in your 30s who just took 15 bottles of sanitizer.
Shout out to you, Tia.
Yes.
And your, as well as running your 4 full marathon.
Oh, yes, that too, as well. 26.
Yeah, 0.2.
Yes, miles. Okay, also I want to give a shout out to Brian, a.k.a. BG. He's Busy Bee TV on IG. And I'm giving a shout out to him because he's asking all the bartenders and servers to tag him so he can come to wherever you're working to support. Because also with everything closing, you know, people who are servers and bartenders who depend on their tips, they're at these restaurants where people aren't going anymore.
Right. That's tough.
Yeah. So they don't just have like, I guess like a salary or hourly wage to where they do have hourly wage, but we're not going to even count that.
Yeah, if you salary, then you're in a better space.
Better space. But for someone who's a server or bartender who mostly makes their income off of tips, it's hard out here. So he's going around and asking in Atlanta, you know, where can he come support? And I mean, if anybody can, you know what I'm saying, if they feel comfortable, I would advise you to do the same thing because they're not getting like anything right now.
Yeah, a pandemic changes the world big time. Big time.
So almost done.
It's a lot of shout outs, guys.
I want to give a shout out to Jerry, and he's Jerry_the3rd. That's 3RD. And I want to give a shout out to him. He's our friend, our podcast friend, our friend in real life. He got the flu this week. Yeah. But the reason why I'm giving a shout out because he got the flu and then he was able to interview a doctor about COVID-19.
Nice.
And so that'll probably be on one of his episodes. He publishes episodes on Tuesdays. And so if you want to go listen just to see what this doctor had to say, he's Point Noir, and that's PointNoir. And his podcast is Black Men Travelers.
Yes.
Yes. So it's a traveling podcast. Check him out. I'm very interested in seeing what this doctor had to say about what's going on right now. And so lastly, I want to give a shout out to Walmart.
Shout out to Walmart up the block.
Yes. Because when we were going to look for our zombie apocalypse rations, they were the only ones that had bread and meat. So everywhere else we went, they had absolutely no meat and no bread.
Yeah, shit.
They didn't have nothing. So we found some. Also, Target for looking out.
Target had it all.
Yeah, they had the frozen food, milk, except water. We was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, Super Target had everything.
Yes.
Vitamins.
Yes. They were a little shaky, but there was still some left. Dollar Tree. They came through with the crafts for the kids who's going to be up in here not getting on my nerves. I've already spoke that. They will not be getting on my nerves. And also they had a little bit of bread too, some bagels. So we scooped up on that as well. So,
and then shout out to Hulu for the free Roku.
Oh, yes. Yes. You also had another shout out. That's what it be. Bahama.
Oh, shout out to Bahama Breeze too for their jerk wings. Choice was hitting.
Yes, we tore those out.
Destruction.
So that's all of my shout outs for this week. Oh, go ahead.
Shout out to Touly for the hard
seltzer. Oh my God, yes.
They got these new flavors in.
Delicious.
Oh my God, so good.
So yeah, if you like a hard seltzer.
The new thought drink.
Yeah, we've been thoughty. But yeah, shout out to them because whoever came up with that marketing and those flavors.
Genius.
Yeah. It only takes two. Only takes. Oh, and they're a clean product.
Are they?
Yeah, like it says on there, like their ingredients are clean. Like you can just go ahead and like read through. You don't have to like look up what it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I just tasted it and was like, I'm in.
That's what he said.
Hey.
Yes.
Hello.
That's how you get a husband.
Rona baby on the way.
Okay, so today's topic. So we're going to be talking about why you will allow your feelings to, I guess, trump what the person is telling you or showing you.
AKA red flags.
Yeah. So if you're seeing red flags, but you're like, no. I love them too much, or we're going to be great. I can see it. I feel it. I'm not going to pay attention to what they're telling me or showing me because I feel in my heart that we are going to be something.
Nah.
Okay. All right. So, Touly, let's get your rundown. What were your red flags?
So, this is any situation, right? Any scenario.
Yeah, it could be me, dating, whatever.
I want yours to be last, or the one that associates you in it. Is that fair?
Oh, you saying your last example will be me?
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
But both of my examples are driven by ego and the chase.
Okay.
So, as a man, if it's something that you want to, specifically if it's a woman that you want to date.
You.
All right. As a man, me in particular, when it's somebody that I wanted to really date, I put the full court press on. Like, I put out all the stops. And even if she was like, yo, I'm not going to date you because you mess with my friend, blah, blah, blah. I'll be like, cool. I'm going to get you as soon as possible. Because I took that as a challenge and I love challenges.
You want to prove them wrong.
Always. Is that a narcissistic mindset?
No, the narcissist part of it is the narcissist, the type of narcissist that you are, you're the one with the full out charm.
Okay, so I put the charm on them.
They call that love bombing. So you love bomb somebody to death, and then once they cave in, then you're like,
peace.
Bitch, bye.
Until next time.
I'm going to destroy you now.
Until next time.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I apologize for all those love bombs. But this one in particular, I lived in Raleigh. I was working. This was after I graduated. And it was this young lady that I was really like, yo, I'm going to get at her. And when I say she was giving me zero play, like she was like, oh, we're friends. I was like, no, I don't like that friend zone shit. So like I'm pursuing her. When I say I put the full court press on, I'm like always texting, calling, sending flowers, taking her on dates, did a surprise birthday dinner for her. Like I did a big shit. And I felt like she was kind of opening up a little bit. But here's the problem. Like all the flags, all signs pointed to no. Don't,
for you?
For me, it's like, don't do it. Why do you continue to pursue her? You're not getting anywhere.
What were some of the flags?
Like, she kept friend zoning me.
Probably because she saw your flags.
Or maybe she did. But I felt like I was getting her to loosen up a little bit. I was kind of like, you know.
You were, it was working. It was starting to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not enough to where I should have continued. Like, I totally ignored them. And the reason I ignored them is because
you wanted to win.
I wanted that W so bad. And I pursued the crap out of it. It's so funny because I was talking to a friend of mine today about that situation.
So let's not call this situation red flags. It's what it sounds like to me is she told you that she wasn't going to date you. You was like, oh, but you will. And so you pursue. Where did the pursuit turn into you being used?
No, I wasn't being used.
Okay, so let me give you my definition of being used. When you are receiving gifts from someone or you receiving things or services from someone with no intention of giving a return.
I got some things in return, I guess. Not to the extent that I thought I would at that time, because, I've been pursuing for a minute. But I think I got some things in return. But again, it was more like, I'm a friend on your ass. So like what I was getting in return is what wasn't the expectation for myself.
Or the equal.
Or what you would think is equal. Everybody's equal is different, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, ignore it. What did I learn in this situation? The chase is for the birds. But the problem with that.
So, and then you didn't win.
Yeah, I didn't win.
Okay.
This is one of my many losses. I don't know how many losses.
So what made you finally give up?
Why did I give up? Oh,
somebody else must have came up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Found a new target.
Oh, okay. Found a new challenge, huh?
A couple new challenges, actually.
Okay. Took 2 to get over 1.
Hey, 2 for 1 special.
Coming up.
So yeah, I pursued 2 new targets and eventually was just okay with just being friends with this person.
Okay.
And then I see this person now. I'm like, I see God, you was looking out.
Oh Lord. Okay.
They're not terrible. It's just kind of like, there's nothing there for me.
Okay.
When I look back at it, I was like, I just pursue over the dumbest things.
Mostly just a challenge.
It's just a challenge. It's stupid. And you look at it and you're like, there's nothing that we have in common. Ever.
Oh Lord.
Why am I dating you? Why am I even pursuing you?
Yeah.
Gotta get over that ego shit.
Okay, so what's your second one?
How many are you doing?
I just have 2.
Okay, my second one, is it the same one I'm doing?
Probably my 1 and 2 is you. So
Oh, damn.
I mean, I did date you, so
I don't like the direction this is going, guys.
oh, whatever. You might as well say it's one big one.
No, I can add another one.
Okay.
Because I don't want to.
It doesn't matter, babe.
I think we need to do that one together.
Okay, well then you go first because I'll just be piggybacking off of what you said.
All right, then I'll go. So this one is about you, babe.
Okay.
So weird, right? Dating Ralph is going great. Lovely. And then all of a sudden, I meet this young lady who, again, same shit as I just told y'all. The challenge.
I know you knew her first.
I didn't know her before you.
The only reason why I said that is because remember, like when we came back from the ski fest, and remember that time you sent me all the pictures of the girls? She was in the pictures.
Yeah, but I just met her.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't know her before you. I knew you first.
Okay.
But I was dead set on pursuing her. Even when she was like, yo, you're kind of behind the 8 ball. You cheated on your wife. Blah, blah, blah. You got these baggage, which most people hate hearing. Don't tell me I have baggage. Yes, I have a child. Yes, I did some things in my previous marriage that I'm not, happy about. But I am accountable for. So I wanted to show her that I'm not that person.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Challenge.
Put my tap dance shoes on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was full pursuit. This time was a little different because in pursuing her, I basically put Ralph to the back burner. And
you didn't put me to the back burner.
Well, not to the back burner, but what did I do?
You kind of like.
I put you to the back burner.
No, because you were still texting me every day. You were still calling me every day. We would talk all day, every single day. So it's like I'm not quite sure how you were doing work because I'm pretty sure you were doing the same thing to her. But
no, because she didn't have the same time you did.
Okay, well, talking to you all day, I didn't feel like I was being neglected, and then I knew you were talking to these other people, but at the time I didn't consider us dating.
Fair.
Even though you did, I had not said that we were dating. But when I did decide that I did like you and did want to date you, you made it seem as though I was out of my league trying to pursue you. So you kind of like put me down because I wasn't as good looking on paper as she was. So you
yeah, it was the credentials.
Yeah. So you kind of like, girl, you cannot have this filet mignon. You know, you're supposed to be out of Outback.
I did not say that.
No, I know, but that's how you like put me down when I was like, okay, I like you now. And you was like, you think that I would date you?
I don't know if it went like that, guys, but I'm going to just roll with it.
Because remember we had the conversation after Row House?
Yeah, I remember. Don't talk about it.
Okay, all right,
I'm
sorry.
over it.
Okay.
Look, I was an asshole. Y'all know the story. Semi.
Episode 1.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was in super pursuit of this woman. Like, on paper, she was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything you would ever want in life. Went to great school, got a really good degree, got into a really good profession, made amazing money. It was just overall cool. Like, we had some similarities. But here's a problem. The differences and the non-negotiables trump everything about what we had in common. But me being so gung-ho on pursuing and winning that I completely ignored them. I was like, oh, these aren't red flags. They're like...
I can work on those.
I was like, they're not really red. I can change that color.
It's like pink.
I was like, it's just when you turn them a certain way, they look red.
In a certain light.
In a certain light. And I pursued hard, and I did win. I did get the W.
Did you? You never went together?
Not when I...
What is your W? Because the W was for her to be like, yes, we're dating, and she never told you that.
Yeah, I guess no.
No, you did not. You did not get the W.
I guess.
You got the ass. You ain't get the W.
Yeah.
But that wasn't what you wanted. You wanted the whole thing.
I won the semifinals. I ain't win the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I took that L big time.
Yeah.
But in doing all of that, I neglected Ralph, like, all the way. Like, invite you to a birthday party, then uninvite you type shit. Because
ditch me for my birthday.
Ditched her for her birthday, then hit her up the next day like, what you doing?
And then you were mad because I was not replying to you.
Right, so she wasn't responsive. So then I got an attitude.
Right. You had other people calling me.
I was like, yo, call her. Why is she not talking to me?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, my dumb ass. That's how caught up I was in my own shit. And then I realized that, you know, why did I ignore them again? The chase, wanting to win. And what did I learn? Being good on paper don't mean shit at all. Having a really good job doesn't mean shit.
Doesn't mean you're like a match for somebody or a good person.
At all. Like, it's so funny that all the areas that I thought that I needed in, like needed a woman to be superb in, are false. When I say like really nice on paper, have an amazing job. I don't need any of that shit. I needed somebody who was, you know, creative, gonna bust my ass, semi-hustler / grinder, complete opposite in certain ways to provide that balance. And Ralph was all of that.
We're 50-50. We're 50-50. We have 50% of everything in common and we have 50% differences. Like I think we're split down the middle because there's a lot of things, like the pot is overflowing with things that we have in common. But then at the same time, we also have a lot of differences too. Right.
And I think it's in the right places too. It also allows, like, some of the differences you have rubbed off onto me and made me really be like, I gotta get my shit together because I am terrible in this space and she is amazing. And in other areas I've rubbed off on her and has made her an even better person. So yeah, what I learned is, what is the term that my grandmother used to always say?
Stop being a dummy. Everything in the glitter ain't gold.
There it is.
Oh,
everything
okay.
in glitter ain't gold. Shout out to Nana. But that's true. That paper shit is dumb.
Yeah. I do want to say though, because I recently encountered someone who felt that because she had a degree, that she was better than people who did not have a degree. And I had to ask her if she thought she was better than Beyonce. And I was so serious. And she was like, no. I said, but Beyonce doesn't have a degree and she's way better than you. I told her that. I said, she's way better than you in everything.
Yeah, degree means nothing.
And then if a degree makes you, you are nobody. Yeah. A piece of paper that you paid for is basically like a receipt. Because that's all a degree is a receipt of the education that you obtained at a institution.
Right. I don't want to say that it's not important to have a degree.
No,
right?
it is, but it shouldn't make you
above everybody.
It shouldn't make you. That's making you. Right. Just like how you say in being a Greek. If you came across Omega Sci-Fi and Omega Sci-Fi is your life and you are nothing without Omega Sci-Fi, you were nothing before.
I didn't say anything.
I'm saying it. I can say it. Because you probably got some people. Okay, I'm getting off track. All right, my turn.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. We'll have that conversation offline.
Don't be mad at me, bros. It wasn't me.
They're going to be like, is she talking about? No.
Nope. Be like, nope.
Okay, so just think about that when y'all are out here dating or whatever, or with your significant others and you trying to make a point. Because she was just trying to make a point with her fiance about like why she treats him bad. Didn't you pick him as a fiance? Did you not know this information before? But anywho, because I'm like, you can get dogged out by some of these guys with a degree, okay? Omega Sci. Okay.
All this shit right now. Just feel all of this shit on my neck.
All right. So for me, dating, same scenario. I was just going to just keep it in the family. I was going to just use you. So same situation. When I met this young man here, I was not in a relationship, had not been in a relationship for a while. Wasn't looking for a relationship at the time either. So if you listen to episode 1, our first encounter within the first 36 hours, we had sex. That was my first time having sex basically with somebody I did not know from nobody. Had not met this man before.
That charm.
No, because we hadn't even talked. Whatever.
Bombs over Baghdad.
It was bombs in those lips. That was about it.
That too.
Yeah. But didn't really think anything was going to come from it. I was just chalking it up to be, okay, you was a hoe on the weekend, so deal with it. Let's move on. But he continued to pursue. And within a couple of months, say January, so about 4 months, I'm like, yes, I like him. So let me tell him I like him because I know he's dating other people. And this, see where this goes. So definitely got rejected. And so I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
I rejected you?
Yes.
What did I say?
No, because we slept together and I don't feel that having a relationship with you now would be purposeful.
God, that sounds like some shit I would say. Terrible.
Bitch,
oh my!
You was like, bitch, you a hoe. I don't date women that I sleep with on the first date.
Which is a lie. Just a lie. Bullface.
So I was like, okay.
What a terrible lie to get out of that one.
Whatever.
My bad. Continue.
I was like, okay, whatever.
Jesus be offense.
So we still continue to talk, and I just kind of like chalked it up to, it's whatever. Because we weren't even in the same state. So
this is true.
Yeah. So it's just like, whatever. And that was another part of it. You don't do well with long distance. You're already dating someone there, which I already knew. So it was just like, okay, whatever. And through this whole part of it, I was his friend. So, which I would genuinely say we were friends because when we were on the phone and texting all day, it wasn't anything sexual. It would always be on some like basic, like friend conversation, but we would just talk all day.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't anything fresh or like anything like that to where like not even like flirting. It would just like your friend who you talking to or talking.
Yeah, I was truly getting to know who you were.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
And then he would ask me like my thoughts on like certain situation with the girls he were dating. So it really wasn't like anything.
It's very weird.
No, it wasn't weird then because you was.
When I look back at it, I'm like, damn, I was super like open with you. There's not many, like, there's a limited amount of people that I would ever tell that much to.
Right. Well, it happened. And then I felt our friendship made a sharp turn down the wrong street when he disinvited me to the birthday thing. I'm not sure. Well, I know why now, but at the time I didn't know why he did that.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah. And then he said he was going to make up for it by taking me out for my birthday, which was only 11 days after his. And then he
failed.
Yes.
Miserably.
He was a no call, no show.
No nothing.
No nothing.
After this is a person I talk to
every day. All day. And then he talked to me the day before my birthday all day. So the day of, I hear nothing from him. And so that's how I knew he wasn't going to show up because I told my girlfriend, I was like, he gonna ditch me. I'm like, I'm not getting dressed. She's like, no, he's not. I was like, yes, he is. Watch. And what did he do? He ditched me.
I don't even know what I did that night.
Nothing, probably. So basically from there, it was kind of like I'm over him. And so then now with the relationship with the girl, kind of like, I think y'all were kind of like, I think you were just getting frustrated.
Yes.
Because you weren't getting the traction that you thought you should have been getting. So it was kind of like now you were kind of like transitioning over to me now that I wasn't like talking to you as much anymore. I was kind of like over you. I was like, whatever, you're not my friend. Just whatever.
Yeah, I was mad because I didn't get to drop a love bomb.
Yeah. And at this point where we are now, by the time our birthdays came, I had just moved to Atlanta. So now we're in the same city and state. And so he's really like, come on, listen. And I'm like, no, like, I'm just, no. Did I say no? No. So at this point, I'm good. So I'm just like, whatever on you. So I think by the time August gets here, it's officially over. I think you had a conversation with her and she was just like, I was never going to date you. And then you're like, okay, whatever. So let me love bomb Ralph. So you just kept pursuing. And then you cussed me out one day and you said that we were going to date. And that tickled me so. And then I was just like, okay, whatever. But if it does not work out from here, we would never, ever be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah. I don't think you cared then either. But yeah. So
5.5 years later. And we in there, yo.
help me, Jesus. Y'all just pray for me. So with that leading up to us dating, there were, because up until that point, the red flags wasn't really, I didn't see them because I didn't feel like they were for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't dating you.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of like whatever. And then when you messed up when we were friends, I did it. I was like, okay, we're not going to be friends anymore. So then we jumped from basically really not kind of like being associates to like talking to dating.
Yes.
Yeah. So we jumped. We should have went back through. So then now we're dating. Here we go with the red flags. So the red flags now are, I told him that if we're going to be dating, that he cannot date anybody else. He said, okay, lie. He did not uphold his bargain. Then not telling the truth, going on a cabin trip and was telling me it was guys. And then all of a sudden the day before he's about to go, oh yeah, girls are going to be there.
Yo, I remember all of this dumb
You
shit.
should. You should.
All of my friends are going to call me tomorrow and be like, you were so stupid.
Going back to the young lady, us having very heated discussions about the relationship, because even though this young lady basically laughed in his face and I told you I was never going to date you, and he pursued, he still wanted to be her friend. And I'm like, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm fine with exes of my own, but he had met everyone. He knew who my exes were. He has met them, shake their hands. He has become friends with them. So that's how I always been. I've never wanted to tell someone you cannot be a friend with us, because sometimes you're never meant to be in a relationship together. You might have always meant just to be friends. And sometimes you have to cross that threshold to be like, okay, we should have never did this.
Fair.
So I don't want somebody to throw away a good friendship just because they dated and realized that they wasn't supposed to date.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm fine with y'all being friends, but she's not going to just be your friend. She is going to be our friend.
Which I was cool with.
Which you were cool with. It didn't seem like she was cool with it.
Nope.
So then in the process of us trying to get this together, Super Bowl came around and him and his friends got invited to the Super Bowl party, which you also lied about, and left me at the house watching Super Bowl by myself when we were in a relationship. So I find this out, and I'm just like, okay, so we need to meet. So time goes on, don't meet. We still having these discussions or whatever. I don't understand, why does this matter or whatever? Because I'm like, you still have feelings for her because she's the one that got away. And you know, I don't. Stole a red flag. We finally meet up. By this time, I'm pregnant. We get ghosted at Target. You can also go back to that episode. Her meeting spot, she said, let's meet at Target. So we meet at Target instead of going to lunch, brunch, dinner, drinks.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be brunch.
Mine, non-alcoholic, whatever. But every time she was like, I just want it to be organic. I just wanted to stumble upon y'all in Atlanta. And oh my God, Jonathan.
I hate you. Please stop.
This is her? So we said we're going to meet in Target. So we get to Target. We in Target. You're so tickled.
Okay, you can continue.
He gets the call, and then you got a text and was like, you know what? I can't do it. So we basically came all the way to this Target for nothing.
Not a damn thing.
And so I'm still trying to explain to him, this is not your friend, because I was able to get 34 of my friends to show up.
Was it that many?
34. I got 34 of my friends to show up in Charlotte, North Carolina to meet you. And you couldn't get one.
I had Joe.
Joe was there? Yeah.
Raimi came?
Yeah. And they came to meet me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you couldn't get one person.
Oh, you mean in Atlanta, yeah. Oh, that one person.
That one person.
Yeah. Amen. You know.
And you were just like, no.
It was eye-opening.
And I should have waddled my ass right out of your life then. So you could have been friends with her, and me and Matisse could have ran off into the sunset. So with that in dating, I realized that I was still competing. I was competing for your attention. I was competing to be number one because I already came into the relationship as second best. Because you already let me know you wasn't first pick, you second. Because you wasn't good enough for me to take you as first round. So since first round didn't work out, you second round. So that was me. That was fail on me.
This sounds so bad.
I mean, no, that was reality. Anybody who's listening to this be like, no, she right.
Everybody just close your ears.
Oh Lord.
Made me sound like I was such a terrible person.
Baby, we were a narcissist and you didn't even know. We didn't know. We're going through this together. We're in the trenches. We're digging out all the enemies. We're digging them out. We're snuffing them out. That's what we're doing. The reason why I kept pursuing, because I want to be different. Because I was already marked and self-marked as the runner, cut you off for anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything that was not right or deemed right in my eyes, cut, whatever, bye. I don't care. I ain't got time. And I wanted to do that. I tried to do that, but with having friends, guilt set in on my part to myself. They didn't guilt me, but they, you know what I'm saying? Your friends talk to you like, okay, you can't keep doing this. You can't keep cutting somebody off because not everyone is perfect. Okay. So
shout out to your friends.
He has some good qualities about him. You know, he's rough around the edges. We all have our things. And I guess I picked you to try to be different, to try this a different way. And so then I just started giving the chances, you know, trying to communicate more about things that I did not like. But at the same time, it still didn't feel right for me. But again, I'm feeling like, okay, of course it's not going to feel right because I've never done this before. I'm so used to, I don't like this, I'm about to go. You know, acceptance. I want acceptance from you because you weren't accepting of me in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not good enough because, yeah, we're together, but I'm not good enough for him to let her go when she's showing him, I don't want to be friends with her. I only want to be friends with you. You know what I'm saying? So again, I should have let you go because that's basically disrespectful. Because if I was to do that to you, I don't think you would like that.
Absolutely not.
Right. And just like you, I was waiting to be the winner. I wanted to win too. So I wanted to be the one, but like, okay, he accepted me. He picked me, and he's going to show you, since you don't want to be my friend, then I don't want to deal with you. And so I was waiting to be the winner. So now, basically what he showed me in dating showed up in marriage. So that's kind of a testament to anybody, even to myself. What somebody shows you is basically who they are. So it's not so much try to change that or think they're going to change. It's more so, can you deal with it? And it wasn't things that I could deal with because we still struggle now. So in our engagement, we never really lived together before. A lot of the things I guess you were seeing when you live with someone, when I previously lived with someone, I did not get to see until we lived together, basically. And once we lived together, we were, the same week that we moved? No, we were engaged the weekend before we moved. Because I remember I was supposed to get my nails done, and I was like, no, because we about to move next week. Yeah. Right. So, yeah, we were engaged before we even lived together. So living together, he wasn't very helpful. So I was just like, okay, you got to get it together. So that was a red flag for me. Being considerate, being helpful, dishes, you know, with just the kids and stuff like that. And then attention, the cell phone. So still craving that attention from him. Those to me were red flags because not feeling like he was present in the relationship. And so I still felt like I was competing for a place and for a high place that I felt that I should have been. So why was I still, I guess, pushing the red flags away? I still was looking to be chose. I still wanted to be seen by him. I wanted his actions to match his words. He talked so highly of me in public, and not like he bashed me behind doors, but it's just the actions. Like, he wasn't showing me. I'm a person like, you have to show me love. Don't tell me you love me. I'd rather you just never tell me, but show me. And his words would not match up to what he was showing me. So I was wanting to see more of that. I was holding on also to the good. So yeah, he sounds like this terrible person, but he also has like all these good qualities. And then we also made this connection on, like I said before, all the things we have in common, all the things that we relate to, all the things that we connect to. And in those areas, I do see a different person than what he acts out. And I tend to sometimes go towards that person as to, I know he wants to be this person all the time, but for some reason he does bad things. So it's just like, yeah, he's kicking me in the face, but he's so nice. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, this hurts.
I'm sorry, babe.
But it's the truth.
So I guess, yeah, so that will pull on my heartstrings. I would want to do, like, I would want to leave. And of course, you know, I would want to leave. I would want to leave and go out. But then again, I would have, you know, the friends being like, oh my gosh, girl, can you like just give him a break? And I'm like, give him a break. Like, what about me? And then you're like, you can't always be leaving when you get in a, you know, in a marriage, you have to work things out. You can't do this. And so I'm kind of like running that through my head, guilting myself, because no one is guilting me, because, you know what I'm saying? They're just telling me I don't have to take it too hard, but I'm taking it too hard because I do want to be seen as a different person. I don't want to be seen as impatient because I'm not patient enough to give him the time and the space to change. So now that I feel like at this point, we're early in, because us dating, getting pregnant and engaged, that all happened in with like a year and a half.
Yep.
So it's like, am I giving him enough time to even turn this thing around when he's probably been like this for however long? You know what I'm saying? So I'm guilting myself on that. I'm trying to prove my strength, because the battle that I'm having within the house is I feel like he's trying to tear me down. And with him trying to tear me down, I'm going to show you you're not going to tear me down because I'm stronger than you. And whatever you have to come against me, I'm going to show you that I can battle it. So I'm also going with that. I'm like, there's nothing you can do to break me. You're not going to break me. Even when I get to my status point, I'm going to find the resilience to come back, which I've had thus far. Thank God. But it's only been God. And I also wanted to never say that I didn't give my 110%. So I am running this whole laundry list of excuses as to why I need to keep going with this. Just keep on going. So with what I learned, I need to do the best for me, for whatever people have to say, advice that they give me, even though I may feel a type of way about it. I may feel like, oh, well, yeah, I do this or whatever. I still, at the end of the day, need to do the best for me. What makes me feel good in the decision, because I'm the only one living this life, though. I need to make the decisions that's best for me. I need to weigh out my situation, pros and cons, more, and be real with myself and look at them and not get right out a list and then say, well, but, well, if I don't need to do that. I just need to look at it. I need to go ahead and just do what is best for me. In my decision making of whatever my situation is this more of them than me? When I say that, is it more of what I want, or is it more of what they want? Is this more for Jonathan, or is this more for me? Is this more of what my friends say, or is this more for me? Is this more for the kids, or is this more for me? I felt that I did consult when I needed help. When I didn't know what to do, I did consult with our therapist, but I needed to consult with someone who did not have a stake in our relationship, who did not know Jonathan, who did not know anything about him, because at the end of the day, anybody who meets us loves us. And that doesn't help them make a decision for us, because they love us together. Like, they can meet us for 2 minutes and they love us together. They're like, I just love y'all. So when I'm really needing like advice, like my therapist, she's good. But when it came to us, I felt that she wasn't hard enough on me or on both of us that I would like her to be, because of the love that she has for you and me.
Correct.
And I needed to stay prayed up.
You and me both.
I can kick myself in the butt for that, because when the red flags popping up and I'm going through a hard time, I was not staying prayed up. I was not talking to God like how I used to. I was rolling in the troubles. I was, you know what I'm saying, like just diving full head into the negativity of everything and just like letting it bring me like all the way down. I needed to stay more prayed up. I needed to ask God for help and guidance and really help me make a decision on what he wanted me to do. And so I think if I did that prior to, you know what I'm saying, I would have been in a better state. You know what I'm saying? I still would have probably been here, but I would have, maybe it wouldn't have been me asking for a separation. And then the second time him coming to me and saying, no, stop planning. Can you just give me a minute? So instead of that, then I would have probably had another, I guess, task at hand. Not sure, but I just felt it would have been a better outcome, and instead of having to go through all of that.
Yeah, you're probably right, but obviously that's what we had to go through.
Yeah.
Listening to that hurts, but I get it. I've learned. I've been working at it tremendously. But yeah, hey guys, I just want y'all to know it's really hard to sit here and listen to all of this shit. Even though these are things I already know, but when she reiterates them, you could hear like the pain and all the things that I have caused or had caused due to my actions. So for me, it's just kind of like, damn, I'm glad I got my shit together. Cause
you're getting your shit together.
I'm glad I'm getting my shit together.
You're not completed. Of
course I'm not. But when I say got my shit together, like I understand that I'm actually acting on those. So you're right. Okay. Getting my shit together.
Yeah. You should see him. His face is like, I don't like how that sounds, but but it's true. You're in the process. In progress. Yeah, you're in the process.
I'm still working on the I, me thing.
Yeah. You're getting it.
But we'll get there eventually.
Yes, you'll get there. Do you have anything else?
No, shout out to married people.
Shout out to the married people who's been married like 27 plus years. My God.
I know the struggle, yo.
I tell you, the struggle is different when you get over here. I don't know why, but it is.
All those red flags become bright red.
They're not flags anymore. They're sirens.
A lot of clouded judgment.
Yeah.
When them clouds clear, you'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, it just kind of show you why. Well, if you sit and you think about why I do that?
I think a lot of it is truly understanding what it means to work together.
Well, not even that. I'm just talking about like with dating and even in marriage is like this person is showing you, but you're internally like me. I wanted to win like you. I wanted to win. I wanted the acceptance. And so it's like, I'm going to bear through this because I'm looking for the pot of gold at the end of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, I don't know if there's one.
True.
I'm hoping there's one. I'm hoping that he'll make this big grand gesture and show the world that I'm number one. You know what I'm saying? That he will finally just like stop communicating with her altogether and show her that, no, I'm still not attached to you. But, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to, for me, I had to let things like that go because I had to realize the type of person you were. So again, like what I said before, people to me necessarily don't change. It's either you're going to accept how they are so you don't kill yourself or you're going to move on.
True that.
So if y'all have any shout outs that y'all would like for us to say.
Shout out to the married people.
Again. Hit us up in the DM. I'll be glad. There are a lot of people definitely now doing some good things, definitely to help each other out in this time of hysteria I guess you would say for right now.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Just remember to get your boards for your windows because zombies do come through the windows. So until next time.
Peace.
Wash your hands.
See you tomorrow.